When I made my first public speech, it was in front of my own batch after I joined my job as a manager. And we had gone for a 2-month training program. It was part of the curriculum that everyone make a public speech. I raised my hand and became the first to speak. I wrote my speech and I went and delivered my speech. You know what I did? I read my entire speech word for word from the paper. I did not make an eye contact with my audience even once. That was the level of my confidence and that was the level of my engagement with my audience. Although I had written the speech well, but it was reading, it was horrible, it was bad. I was not connecting with my audience. However, in that same training program, the opportunity came that we should be giving vote of thanks to the eminent speakers who came to address us to teach us some things. And somebody from the group said, let Saleha do it. I don't know why he said it, but I accepted it. Perhaps he was just expecting that I'll say no, but I didn't. I said, yes, I will do it. What happened that those 30 to 60 seconds of going up to give the vote of thanks, standing in front of the same audience, looking them in the eye this time, I just had to say, thank you for coming. We are so glad and we are so grateful that you came here to share our knowledge with us. Just those few words, a little bit of summing up, thanking from the entire batch. It took me just 30 to 60 seconds, but I had to do it often. So just going, showing up, giving that speech, that made the difference. My confidence in public speaking started building up from there by doing it again and not allowing my past experience to weigh heavily on me. Take your failures as learning experiences. Failures are not stoppages. Let it not be a full stop for you. Let it be a learning. You would have heard the famous quote of Michael Jordan. He said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. He's not talking about how many shots he's made. I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the winning shot and I missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Embrace failure. If Michael Jordan can embrace and celebrate his failures, we too can. Who are we? And now let me share with you who are the people who are afraid of public speaking. Am I the only one who is afraid? You might be thinking, okay, other people, no, they just go on the stage and they speak so well and everyone is mesmerized. They crack jokes, they tell stories, they end with a couplet and everyone is clapping. They are born speakers. Friends, nobody is a born speaker. We all learn. I would want to show some pictures of some people to you on the screen. Tell me if you can recognize these people. These people are famous. They're celebrities. They're seen on stage again and again. They address public gatherings over and over and over again. And does that mean that they're not afraid? I've shown you these pictures of people who have publicly admitted to being afraid of public speaking, being afraid of stage. They have admitted that they have stage fright. This is Joe Biden, ex-president of the USA. Paresh Rawal, well-known actor. We all love his acting. Emma Watson, that famous actor who earned her fame as Hermione in the Harry Potter series. Brilliant actress. And Adele Atkins, she is a rock star. She's known so well in the rock music area. And all these people have admitted that they're afraid of being on stage. Emma Watson was invited to speak on gender equality in the UN. And after she had taken this responsibility, she says that she felt physically sick when she had to go and speak. And she was saying, why have I taken this? Why have I taken this upon myself? But because the cause was so important for her, she was so passionate about it that she went and she spoke. And of course, she learned, she took lessons from people who would coach her how to speak. Adele Adkins, what was her strategy? She used to throw up, actually fall physically ill when she had to go and give a performance on stage. So she started creating a strategy for herself. She would think that it is not Adele who is going onto the stage. She created in her own mind an alter ego. She called her alter ego Sasha Carter. It is Sasha Carter who is going onto the stage and performing so well. And she would imagine that I am sitting here, it is Sasha who is performing, and I am safe. Sasha is very accomplished to perform on the stage. Different people, different strategies. Paresh Rawal, Joe Biden have also been afraid. And would you believe? Even Amitabh Bachchan admits to having stage fright. Even today, he has acted for maybe 50 years now, 5 decades of acting, 5 decades of fame, 5 decades of receiving prizes in public. I may in front of thousands of people, speaking in front of thousands of people. And he speaks so well. We all are fans. But even he says that he has a stage fright. So who is not afraid? Everyone is afraid. डर सबको लगता है. झूठ कहते हैं वो जो कहते हैं उन्हें डर नहीं लगता. डर सबको लगता है. लेकिन डर के आगे जीत है. This is an ad of Mountain Dew. I'm not promoting the cold drink, but the ad is a favorite. डर के आगे जीत है. डर सबको लगता है. What is the difference between fear and courage? Is courage the opposite of fear? Maybe you will say so. But can there be any courage without fear? If there is no fear and you do something, where's the courage? There is no courage. Courage is when you do it in spite of the fear. If you give up, there is no courage. Courage is that you go ahead in spite of the fear. So what have I shared with you so far? I've shared with you the biology of the fear of speaking in public. What are the reasons people feel fear of speaking in public? I've also shared with you that everyone feels some degree of nervousness and fear when going to speak in public. The second strategy is to know your topic well. A number of times when I ask leaders and executives about their fear, they feel, what if I forget? What if I do not know the answer? So what you need to do is know your topic well. A number of times we feel the imposter syndrome, whether I am good enough, whether I will be able to answer the questions of people. Why should people listen to me? So the answer to this is, build your confidence by knowing your topic well. I watched the videos and I listened to a number of speakers, and one of those on the social media, and he's a well-known speaker now, says that I was also facing this imposter syndrome. And then what I did is I chose one topic. And on that one topic, I researched so deep that I knew that people would need to learn something from me on this topic. So build your confidence in any particular topic, something that you're passionate about, something that you love, something that you want to talk about, something that you want to educate people on. Be very thorough with your topic. Know your topic well. And the third one, and this is my favorite, I tell everyone that there are 3 rules to giving a good public speech. Rule number 1 is prepare. Rule number 2 is prepare. And rule number 3 is again prepare. There cannot be too much preparation. You not only need to know your topic well, you should be thoroughly prepared with it. The degree of preparation should be so much that it should give you complete confidence about not only your topic, but about your preparedness. Do you have the right slides in front of you? Are you clear about the core message? What are the points that you want to make? How would you explain this to them? Do you want to share it with certain examples? Do you want to show them certain visuals? Do you want to go with an object with which you want to explain the concept? Be very thoroughly prepared with this. And for this, I want you to refer to my course on making impactful presentations. Not only do I teach you how to give a presentation, there you will find a list to do excellently well, the last mile checklist, and you just tick those boxes and you will know that you are thoroughly prepared. The next degree of preparation is that you need to rehearse. How do you rehearse? The best way to rehearse is to rehearse in front of a group of people. Ask your friends, ask your colleagues to sit in front of you, and they need to pretend that they are those people who are going to be sitting in your real presentation, listening to your real speech, people who will be in the meeting. So they need to behave from that point of view, and they need to ask you questions from their perspective. And this will make you super prepared. Do at least two mock presentations or two mock speeches in front of such a group of people. Ask them to ask you questions and then ask them to give you feedback. This will prepare you completely and thoroughly, and you will feel super confident. This has worked for me when I have trained as a trainer, and even today I try to do it in front of a group of people. When I'm going to do a serious presentation, a formal presentation, or a formal speech in front of a large audience, I try to do it in front of a group of people, even if they're family members, even if they're friends or colleagues, it works. So the number one strategy is to face the fear. Number two strategy is know your topic well so that you are not bogged down by imposter syndrome. Strategy number three, prepare, prepare, prepare. Strategy number four, rehearse. And strategy number five, build your belief. The reason we are afraid of public speaking is that we feel that we'll be judged, we are not good enough. And all of that is internal self-talk, a negative self-talk which automatically keeps going on inside our head. What you need to do is counter that negative self-talk with positive self-talk. Build your belief in your capabilities. Refer to my course on the power of self-talk. All of it is proved by scientific research. It is based in cognitive psychology. It is not mumbo jumbo. It is all proven by solid research. Before you go for a speech, not only then, but throughout, keep telling yourself that I am a good speaker. I am well prepared. I know this topic well. I have rehearsed so much, so I'm going to do well. I am going to deliver a very good speech. I'm going to give a very good presentation, and people are going to love it. Keep saying that to yourself, because when you say those things, your mind does not perceive it as a threat situation. It perceives it as an opportunity. And it also starts believing in itself. That is how the mind works. What you tell, that is what it manifests for you. So go ahead and give yourself positive self-talk.